Friends, in today's session under data file handling, we'll see about binary files. In previous session, we learned about text files, working with text files and seek and tell functions. So today we will see about binary files. So we have seen about the difference between text file and binary files. So since binary files store data after converting it into binary language, that is zeros and ones, there is no end of line character. This file type returns in bytes. This is the file to be used when dealing with non-text files such as images. Clear? So let us see about how to write to a binary file, how to read from the binary files. So we saw how to write it in text files and similarly how to read from text files and some other operations on text files. So similarly we'll see what is the difference between usage of binary files. So first let us see writing a list on a binary file. So here there is an example. So we have a list here with the name L. So here its values are 12, 34, 56, 78 and 84, and we are opening a file called new B file, and the file mode we are using here is WB. That means W refers to write and B refers to binary. So I am going to write to a binary file called new B file. Here then, since we are writing to binary file, it needs to be converted into binary form. So there is a function to convert it to a binary form, that is byte array function. So it converts the list into a byte, so that is binary form. Then it writes to the file. So file dot write byte array L, that means list is converted into binary form and then return to the file. So then we are using file dot close function for closing it. So this is how a binary file works. So we are writing into binary files. Clear? Next, reading list from binary file. Now we have returned to a binary file. Now we want to read it and display. So how to read it? So here file equal to open. I'm opening the file new B file in the mode RB. RB refers to read binary. So RB refers to read binary file. So I'm going to read a binary file called new B file. So the file is open. The file object name is file. So since we are reading the binary file, it will be in binary form. So we have to convert it to a list. So here list of file.read is used to convert them back to the list. So binary form, it is read and it will be in the binary form. So it is converted into list and stored in L1. So after closing the file, we are just displaying L1. L1 is nothing but the converted list. So this is how a binary file works. So since the data is stored in binary form, there is conversion is required here, right? So normally these binary files are used for transferring the non-text files. Let us see some examples. So here there is an example for reading and writing PDF file from and to a binary file. So that means from one file to another. How can we transfer the PDF file? Okay. So you see here, a file is open. cs.pdf file is open for writing to a binary file. Okay, then file 2. So again another file csv file.pdf is open for reading from binary file rb. So what we are doing here is, so bin count binary count equal to file2 dot read. That file2 is nothing but csv file.pdf. It is reading that file and storing it in bin count cont. So then file dot write bin underscore cont. That means whatever is stored that is returned to another file. So from one file to another file, how to convert, how to transfer, so that we can see here. So file dot write, file is nothing but the file open for writing. File 2 is nothing but file for reading. So one from data is read from one file and it is returned to another file. Then after our work, we need to close both the files. Here, so let us see how it works in a programming example. So before that, we see that writing and reading part also. So we have a program here. Let us see how that list is returned to the binary file. Okay, so we are writing to a new B file. Okay, so if I am running this, to create a file, new B file in E drive, it will have the list. Okay, so since we are not displaying here, we will not get the output. But let us see whether any file contains with the name new B in our E drive. Okay, so let us see. Okay, new B file. So let us open and see. We have a new B file here. Let us open and we see that. So since I have not specified extension, we can open it in Notepad. See, it will create a file. So we cannot read it since it is a binary file. It has to be written through quotes only, right? So it will store some contents. So how to read this? Let we'll see in another example. Okay. Now there is a program here which is used for reading from binary file. So open new B file in the read mode, and the file.read function is used. It will read and store store it in a list. We are converting it to list and storing in L1. So then we are displaying it. Let us run this. See the example. So here it is always better to specify the extension, otherwise you will have some problem. So normally binary files we will specify with .dat and text file .txt. Okay, so here if I run this, so I can get the data which is entered by me. Clear? This is how we read binary files. So another example, how to transfer one PDF file to another, copy one to another. Okay, let's see that how to do it. So here we have a file called CSV file, PDF file with the name CSV file in E drive. So we want to make a copy of this as another with another name. Okay, let us see the example. So here we are opening the file cs.pdf to write a binary file. So that means we want to write to cs.pdf, and from where, that is another file is open with csv file.pdf. It is already existing. You are reading this and writing to another file. So file2.read, file2 is nothing but CSV file. It is to be read and stored it in bin count. So I want to transfer to another file. So file.write, I will use the same variable. So whatever is read is returned to another file. Then we are closing both the files. So if you run this program, what happens is already we have a file called CSV file. Now to make copy and name it as cs.pdf. Let us check that. So run once again. So both are in E drive. Let us check in E drive. So let us check one minute. Let us see the example here. So we have a file called csv file dot pdf. CSV file dot pdf. Let us see that file first. So let us see its contents. Okay. So we have something. So this is CSV file. So we want to copy that to another file called CS. So what we'll do, we'll run this program. So when we run it, what happens is, so CSV file.pdf is read and it is stored in another file, another object. That object data is converted, copied into another file. So this is how one file is transferred to another. Let us see whether a new file is created. Let us arrange it in a sorted order. Let us check once again.